Approximately 2.5 months ago, my wife and I returned from our honeymoon. It was more difficult than we thought to return to real life. It was simple to turn my family's presence out of my mind when we were abroad. However, everything came flooding back when we were at home and surrounded by mementos of our lives before the wedding turmoil. My family made their first attempt to get in touch with me around 2 weeks after we returned. My dad texted me, saying, "We miss you, son. Can we have a conversation?" My wife and I debated how to react for hours after I showed her the note. There was a part of me that wanted to ignore it and stick to our no-contact rule. But there was another side that longed for reconciliation, a part I believed I had buried. We ultimately chose to react, albeit tentatively. Halfway between our houses, we decided to meet at a calm cafe as a neutral venue. Despite my wife's offer to accompany me, I chose to attend this initial meeting by myself. Without any protection, I had to confront my parents. I was quite nervous on the day of the meeting. My folks were already seated at a corner table when I entered the cafe. In other ways, they appeared older and more worn out. My dad's shoulders were hunched, and my mom's eyes had crimson rims. We slipped into an uneasy silence as I sat down. My mother was the first to speak. When she continued, "We've missed you so much," her voice broke. We know we made a terrible mistake. "We've had a lot of time to think about our actions, son," my dad said, nodding. "We now understand how unjust we have been to you for years, not only during the wedding." As they opened their hearts to me, I listened. They discussed how they had always found it difficult to divide their attention between my sister and me and how they had gotten caught up in the habit of overcompensating for her demanding personality. They acknowledged that they had been oblivious to her tactics and had consistently justified her actions. My father remarked, "We believed we were being fair. However, we now realize that we were anything but. We caused you great pain by allowing your sister to control the dynamics of our household. We sincerely apologize, son." Although I was grateful for their apologies, a few words cannot erase years of suffering and animosity. I answered, "I hear you," in a firm voice. "And thank you for apologizing, but I must make it clear to you that there is no quick fix for this. One of the most significant days of my life was missed by you. As you have done for years, you put my sister's desires ahead of your own. I can't simply forget about that." They gave a sympathetic but painful nod. We spoke for hours. In an attempt to better understand their own behavior and how it had impacted our family dynamics, they told me they had been attending a family therapist. They discussed what they had learned about their parenting approach and how it had fueled my sister and my rivalry.